Hey, what's going on, family? It's King David checking in once again. Hope y'all can see a player halfway decent. Uh, know the lighting is not too terribly great in my house, but it is what it is. As long as you can see me, that's all I'm concerned about. You can hear me, that's all I'm concerned about. But man, hey, if y'all have not checked out my podcast, the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast, man. We on episode 4. Episode 5 will be coming up Christmas Eve. It'll probably be uploaded sometime on Christmas Day. So that'll be a present for y'all, motherfuckers. No. But seriously, though, if you have not checked out the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast with me and my homie Becky, we be chopping up good game and some hot fire, man. We've been getting some pretty good reviews, but we got to get these views up, man. Trying to get people to know about this, trying to spread the word, man. Like it, share it, comment, subscribe, do all of that. Tell everybody if you like it. But that is not the reason why I'm here today. You know what I mean? Broadcasting from my new laptop here. And I wanted to talk about this Diddy situation. I really want to go in on this Diddy situation, man, because I keep seeing this stuff in the news and in the media, and everybody's making this big spectacle about P Diddy putting in his bid to buy the Carolina Panthers. And I was trying my hardest to wait till Sunday to go in. I've been trying my hardest, but I could not hold it in any longer because every day I wake up, I look on Facebook, I'm checking the news, I'm seeing what's going on, and I keep seeing some new fraganacle bull about Diddy buying the Carolina Panthers. Excuse me. So recently, Diddy came out on Twitter saying that he wants to buy the Carolina Panthers. Diddy did an Instagram video about it. Like, oh yeah, man, we need to get out here. We need to get some diversity. And man, I'm telling you, I'll be the best owner y'all done ever had. And blah 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 blah. Man, I'll make sure the halftime shows is lit and all of this all of this stuff that just really is irrelevant. Like halftime shows is not the reason why people come to see an NFL game. It's not. People don't care about halftime shows. The only halftime shows people really care about is the Super Bowl. Okay? But let's break this down for a moment. Puffy, P. Diddy, Brother Love, whatever you want to call dude, is, how should I say, a decent businessman, but historically speaking, P. Diddy hasn't really been the best businessman. Diddy has been known to use very shady practices in order to get his way, right? And we've seen it with his Bad Boy record label. Pretty much everybody who was ever on the Bad Boy record label was screwed. Like the first making the band, Cat Stay was screwed. I think Loon was on there. I think Shine might have been on there. Black Rob, 112, I believe, was on his label for a while. So, dude had artists throughout the 90s. And he pretty much screwed over all of them, including Biggie. So, allegedly, some recent news came out that allegedly P. Diddy had Biggie killed because Biggie was going to start his own label and take Junior Mafia with him. So allegedly, P. Diddy had his supposed friend killed because he no longer wanted to do business with the man. You dig what I'm saying? And that was back then when he did that. Like, who is even on Diddy's label anymore? Like nobody. Like you haven't really seen him put on anybody no more than a few years, and it is what it is. So that's that. Then Diddy does not have enough money to purchase an NFL team. I believe the Carolina Panthers is worth, not quite sure. It's a couple $1 billion for sure. Hold on, let me pull up the receipts. I'll be right back. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. And I am all about receipts. So I have the receipts right here. It says right here, according to the New York Times, that the team is worth about $2.3 billion. $2.3 billion, and teams often sell for more than their estimated worth. So it could potentially cost Diddy far more than $2 billion to purchase this team. So, one, he does not have enough money. Let's stop pretending like he has that type of money. Diddy's rich, but he ain't wealthy. Let's just put it out there. He ain't got money like these NFL owners got. Okay? And he's making a big spectacle about it. He's got Colin Kaepernick trying to go in. And he even said on the Instagram video, like, yeah, I'm going to hire Colin Kaepernick, which I thought was really just kind of suspect that you would say you would hire Colin Kaepernick, and then Colin Kaepernick wants to come in like, oh, hey, I want to get a piece of this action and buy the team. Then you got Steph Curry trying to come in and buy the team. Let me tell you something. And I'm explaining this very carefully. There is no amount of money in the world that will be able to buy the Carolina Panthers. There's no amount of money a black person can have to buy the Carolina Panthers. We got to think about it. Trump tried to buy an NFL team, I believe it was the early to mid 90s. Trump tried to buy an NFL team and they blocked that shit. It was like, nope. So he bought like an AFL team instead and ended up dying. But still, if they will block Trump, if the NFL owners will block Trump from buying a team, what makes you think that Diddy has a chance to buy a team? Even if you have the money, which, like I said, there's no amount of money in the world that will allow Diddy to buy this team. No amount of money in the world. Even if you did have the money, they still would not let you in. It's a good old boys club. Majority, if not all, the owners of the NFL are racist old white men. Racist, white supremacist, old white men. And majority of the NFL owners have to vote in order to let you buy a team. Them racist motherfuckers is not going to let you buy a team even if you had enough money. Even if they allowed you to put your bid in, which they will not. They going through the motions. But they not really going to let P. Diddy buy a team. It don't matter if Oprah get on that motherfucker. They still not going to let you buy the team. Not at all. Not at all. I think it's more of a case of Diddy is trying to get black people to start watching the NFL again. So he's in some sort of collusion with the NFL owners. Because let's be honest, Diddy don't know shit about being on the bottom no more. He ain't been there for 20, 30 years. He's not looking out for our best interest. And since he's not looking out for our best interest, why do we as black people get so excited when we see one black person making moves or being successful? We like, oh yeah, we all can come up. I just want to know, how will the Carolina Panthers being bought and owned by a black man impact your life? Is that going to put food in your pantry, in your kid's mouth? Is that going to pay the rent? Is that going to pay the car note? No. Nothing this man does will help you in your life. And the 30 years that I've been alive, I have never seen Diddy do anything for the black community. Never. He's got a charter school, but the charter school is still governed by like state and like federal regulations. You see what I'm saying? So he still has to answer to a white man. And let's just say, for instance, Diddy did buy the Carolina Panthers. Ticket sales, part of those ticket sales, part of the merch and everything is going to get kicked back upstairs to the big white boss. Is. Okay? Diddy is nothing special. And me personally, I got to look at dude with the side eye because how old was Diddy? 40s? Mid to late 40s? And he's still trying to be all up in the camera. Let's be honest. If you do not see Diddy every day, posting on Twitter 5,000 times and doing 300 Instagram videos, would you really be checking for him? Would you really be checking for Diddy? I don't think we would. Why is it that you, as a grown man, an older grown man, got to be all up in the camera? Take that, ha. That's that shit that Suge Knight talked about. I believe it was the Source Awards back in the 90s, nigga. If you don't want your record executive, your producer, to be all on the music, all on the tracks, all in the video, come to Death Row. That nigga called his ass out years ago. And he's still doing the same stuff that he was doing when I was a child, back in the shiny suit era. So I gotta look at him sideways. And then let's look at it like this. Even if he does manage to buy, and I use these air quotes, buy an NFL team, he's not going to be majority owner. Listen to me when I tell you this. Even if Diddy manages to buy a professional team, he will not be majority owner. Diddy does not own Revolt. Diddy owns a very small percentage of Revolt. He is merely the face of the company. Diddy does not own Ciroc. Stop thinking that these niggas own shit. They don't own nothing. You don't own Ciroc. You own a small percentage, at 1% or 3% or 0.5%. I don't know the statistics exactly, but I know that when you see these people supposedly owning their own companies or owning their own professional sports teams or liquor brands, they don't really own them. They are minority owner. Like Jay-Z and the Brooklyn Nets. Everybody was so excited that Jay-Z had bought a professional basketball team and he brought them over to Brooklyn and built them a new stadium. But guess what, folks? Jay-Z didn't own the team. Jay-Z didn't own title. I don't know if he still owns it, but Jay-Z never owned title. Jay-Z was merely the face of the Brooklyn Nets and title. Jay-Z owned a very small percentage of both companies, so you really don't own it. The Brooklyn Nets was owned by a white Russian billionaire. Again, billionaire. You have to have billions in order to have a sports team. And you think that faggot love is going to get out here and buy an NFL team? I don't think so at all. And then, what kills me, you're supposed to be a boss and you're supposed to be out here making boss moves. Why are you telling the world that you are going to buy a professional sports team? When you are black, when you are moving in the system of white supremacy, you have to be very careful about who you tell before this type of thing comes to fruition, because they will sabotage you. But I don't think he's really in it to win it. I think he's faking the funk, and he's in collusion with the NFL owners to get black people to come back and start watching football again. That's what I think. I really think that. I have not seen nothing in Diddy's catalog of any of the work he's done that is going to say to me that this man is doing this for a good reason, or this man is doing this out of the goodness of his heart, or because he wants to see diversity in the NFL. Nigga, please. Nigga, please. That's it, folks. I ain't gonna go in too deeply, man. I just had to get that off of my chest. This shit's been irking me, man. How the fact that we just had this concept like one nigga over here is doing good, and the rest of us are automatically gonna come up. If you check out my podcast, I think it's episode 2 when we talked about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. She's marrying a prince whose family sanctioned legal slavery, legal chattel slavery, by the way. Okay, she's marrying a prince, and all of these black women are just like, oh my God, yay. Oh, we all can get our prince. No, it's not how that shit works. It's not how that shit works. These people who are in Hollywood, who are in the industry, majority of these folk do not have your best interest at heart. That's all I gotta say, man. Like I say, I don't want to go in too deeply because I want to say some of this rant for the podcast. But be on the lookout for episode 5 coming. We'll be broadcasting this Sunday. It'll probably be uploaded to YouTube Monday. But be on the lookout for that Social Conscious St. Louis podcast, episode 5. We got a special guest coming through. Sunday is guaranteed to be some hot fire. You can reach me on my brand new Facebook page, King David Landrum, or you can reach me on Instagram at The Overweight Lover. That's DOVRWEIGHTLVR. And I'm out this motherfucker. Peace, y'all.